What's up? This is Pokey Hobbs. I'm Jay. Today's video, we're going to go over why you should buy singles rather than ripping packs to get your chase cards. And I have so much of my own personal experience uh, going into this video that I would like to share with you guys. So let's just kick it off. I want to take you back to beginning of 2020 when I first re-entered the hobby. I went in head first and I was buying a ton of product, having a blast, mind you, and I was ripping everything. I wasn't keeping anything sealed in the beginning. I was just going the thrill of the hunt, basically. And I'm not sitting on any Crown Zenith ETBs. I have a bunch of these. I have a bunch of bins full of these with a bunch of commons and other cards like that from Crown Zenith put inside of here. Same with Fusion Strike. I actually was smart enough to keep one of those ETBs sealed. Same situation, full of a bunch of commons from Fusion Strike. And I have so many more examples of that. And at the time, I did not consider Pokemon an investment in any shape or form. It was just a hobby to have fun. Obviously, if I could go back in time, would I have changed some things? Absolutely. First of all, with as many of these Fusion Strike ETBs and booster boxes that I ripped, I'm still not sitting on I don't have any of the top chase cards from that set. I should have purchased the Gengar and the Muse and the other really sick cards in that set because I don't have any. I did have a blast opening it, and I would love to have had those cards in my collection, but I wasn't thinking this way back in the day, and that's why I wanted to make this video to share with you guys. These, I'll bring you over to these ones right here, these Crown Zenith Premium collections. So I have two sealed. I think I ripped, I don't know, maybe 15 or 20 of those back when Crown Zenith came out. And I will say this, Crown Zenith had really good hit rates. I do have a lot of really cool cards from Crown Zenith. However, with that said, the person that purchases singles from a Pokemon card set versus the person that just rips packs, the person that purchases singles is going to have a way bigger, way cooler collection than the person that's chasing the cards by ripping packs. I saw a post on X yesterday, and it was about Phantasmal Flames. And in the post, it said 281 packs in, and we finally hit the Charizard X EX. Not a bad way to start off 2026. And I'm over here just doing some quick math, and Phantasmal Flames, it's a Charizard or bust kind of set. So 281 packs, that's roughly $1,400 if they got them at MSRP, $5 a pack. They could have just purchased 3 Charizard X EX cards and had 3 of them. So in my opinion, that's a very bad way to start off 2026. You're way down. Your profit and loss, your loss is way outweighing the profit that you made from that one Charizard X EX. So myself included, I saw that Phantasmal Flames was going to have really easy pull rates. So 1 in 400 packs, you would pull that Charizard. So I myself recently ripped 2 booster boxes. I'm not proud of it. I'm ashamed to say it to you guys. And I was like, I got a good feeling about this. I'm going to hit that Charizard. I didn't. I didn't hit that Charizard. For the cost of those 2 booster boxes, it was over $400, and I could have just purchased a single and had it in my collection. That's the card I really wanted. And there's going to be examples like that for every single Pokemon set that comes out. So I highly recommend, if you have been in the hobby a while and you're just addicted to ripping packs, just to take a step back and really kind of evaluate that situation. So if you're more addicted to ripping open Pokemon packs than you are the cards themselves, that's a gambling problem at that point. That's a real problem, because the cards themselves are what I want in my collection. I assume that's how you guys feel. And if you're ripping packs and you bust and you don't get those cards, where are you left? You're without your money, and you're without the cards that you wanted. So I I recommend purchasing binders. I'm a binder collector. You guys have seen my past videos. I have Pokemon slabs. I'm a PSA collector. I love Japanese. I just love Pokemon. Um, so for picking up singles, right? Not PSA or any form of graded ones, you can usually get those for really good deals as long as the set has been out for 4, 5, 6, 7 months. Don't buy the singles right after the set releases. You'll be paying top dollar for those, but give it a little bit of time, be patient. And then around that 6 month mark, start pulling the trigger, start buying all the singles you guys want. And your binders, these are big binders. They're going to fill up super quick. This is my personal favorite binder. So this is from the 25th anniversary celebrations. And I freaking love this thing. It's stacked. I pulled these. Now I'll get to my point in a second. Most of these aren't that valuable. Worth $2 or $3. They're super cool. Like these Pikachus, you would think they'd be worth more. They're not. They're worth like $3 or $4. These ones right here. And I bought a lot of celebrations, and it would have been cheaper. My whole point in showing you guys is it would have been cheaper to buy all these as singles than to rip as many packs as I did at the time to fill this bad boy up. And now I'm not sitting on any sealed celebrations products. Well, I am. I have one sealed ETB. But like this thing, this kind of made me sick today when I was looking at the prices. I ripped a few of these. These are like $800 now. These came with the metal gold Pikachu and Charizard cards, which I have here in my binder. But I'm not sitting on anything sealed. So even if you don't consider yourself a Pokemon investor, but you're buying Pokemon, take my advice. Keep some stuff sealed. Preferably keep the majority of what you purchase sealed and purchase the singles on the secondary market. Jump over to eBay and pick those bad boys up. You will be so happy. I promise you guys, you'll be so happy that you left some stuff sealed. I'm grateful that I have two of these because these back in the day were like $20. These premium Crown Zenith premium collections. Today they're like at $122. If you look at TCG Player or Pokédata and you zoom out on a graph, they're just going up in value. I wish I had 15 of these. Imagine that. Imagine I had 15 of these and they're worth $122 each. It would have been pretty freaking amazing. At the time, I didn't consider myself any form of an investor. So be it. Oh well, I had fun, right? So I would recommend that you guys start keeping some stuff sealed and purchasing your singles on the secondary market. Binder collecting is really fun. You can really quickly fill up your binders with a lot of cool illustration rares, full arts, special illustration rares, way more budget friendly. You'll save a ton of money and do it that way. That would be my recommendation. Don't pay attention to the friends that you have in the hobby or the people around you that seem like they're super, super lucky. Most people don't pay attention to how much money they're paying to rip packs. So all you see are their top pulls. You're not seeing how many boxes did they rip to get there. And even if you ask them, who knows if they're telling the truth. All I know is that if you take a collector that's buying singles and you look over a 5-year span and you have another collector that didn't buy any singles and just ripped packs the whole time, the one that bought singles saved a ton of money compared to the one ripping packs, and they have way more binders full of way more cool cards. So that's my recommendation. Take that as you will. It's from my own personal experience. I want to see everyone succeed and have the coolest collections possible on the most budget-friendly way as possible. If you look at my past videos, I'm all about budgeting while doing this hobby so that it doesn't snowball and get out of control, because it can be expensive if you let it. So that's one of my tips and tricks. Until next time, peace out.